The weekend is here, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed, it is your boy, the Bad Diggity Dizzle. Happy Friday evening. Thank God. Thank God it's Friday. What a long week this has been. I got to start doing more videos, though, man. I enjoy doing the videos, and you guys and girls have been absolutely killing it watching those videos and hitting the thumbs up, which is huge for me. So I really appreciate it. Big shout out to the sponsors, of course, mybookie.ag. If you guys want to bet, obviously college football is tomorrow, NFL Sunday. Like I always say, man, make it interesting. Go to mybookie.ag, deposit some money. Your first deposit, they're going to double your first deposit if you use the promo code Baddog. Links in the description. Just put in BADDOG. You deposit $200. They're going to give you an extra 200 player. They're going to get $400. Can't lose. Nick's Ice Cream, always in the chat. I love Nick's Ice Cream. I got my shipment. Hazelnut, amazing. Strawberry cheesecake flaker is one of the best ice creams I've ever had. It's amazing. I've never had a bad Nick's ice cream, but I'm telling you, it's good. So many of you guys and girls are buying Nick's ice cream. I get it on Twitter. I get it on Instagram. I'm getting it in my comment section. Appreciate it. Nick's appreciates it. So thank you for that. And it's been a long week of work. Work is killing me, and then working out at the gym is killing me, and the Padres are killing the Mets, which I am surprised Scherzer was as bad as he was tonight. Doesn't bode well for the Mets. I believe they pushed DeGrom back to Game 3, hoping that Scherzer would win. I don't know if the Mets are going to change that or not. Mets fans, you would know better than me. Listen, man, I'm a Yankee fan. I say it all the time. I know a lot of Mets fans do not like the Yankees, and that's cool. You're entitled to your opinion. I am not a Yankee fan that roots against the Mets. I got no problem with the Mets. I root for the Mets. The Mets are a New York team. They're not the Yankees' rival. Now, if we play them in the World Series, I want to whoop their ass. I mean, let's get real. I want to embarrass them if we play them, but I would love to have a Subway Series again. Listen, there's no disrespect to the Mets, but I want a Yankees-Dodgers World Series. I've wanted the Yankees-Dodgers World Series for years. We have to do our part. The Dodgers have been doing theirs. We'll talk about the Yankees tonight if you'd like to. Obviously, the Giants have a big game on Sunday. By the way, I just want to, before I get started, big shout out to Diehard Giants fan, man. Thank you, brother. He gifted 6 memberships before the stream started. So thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. That is awesome. Very generous. Appreciate you adding more people into the dog pound. Knicks, thank you, Edom, for 16 months. He says, Saquon, this D are going to lead us to 4-1 with the fingers crossed. I'm going to tell you, man, it's been a long time since I can honestly sit here and tell you that like I was excited for Giants football. Now, the odds of us winning this game are not very good. Vegas has this as a 7.5-point dog. At least they did last night. Richard, my man, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate it. I do not have anything to drink down here, man. I am totally screwed. I forgot my soda. But thank you for the super chat, man. Really appreciate it, Richard. Thank you, brother. He says, good luck this week against Green Bay in London. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Why when I start live streaming, my phone goes off? It's just, Oh, well, that's why it's bad news. We'll have to talk about that later. But hold on one second. Sorry about that. I don't want to get all emotional, but former coworker of mine actually just passed away. That's what the text was. So, you don't like to get those texts 10 o'clock at night. Usually it's not a good thing. The ironic thing is she passed away of breast cancer, which obviously this month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And there will be a couple streams that I do. I did them last October. I will do it again. We'll have a couple of fundraising streams for Susan G. Komen for breast cancer awareness. I did it last year. You guys killed it last year with that. So definitely a couple of those coming up in the month of October. But thank you guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, it sucks. This is why when I do, when I would do the charity streams or I do, those fundraising streams, I always, like I said, man, the 24-hour stream thing, like I'm not going to commit to that twice a year anymore because they take a lot out of me. But I am always extremely grateful and appreciative and extremely fortunate that I have such great supporters on this channel that allow me to do things like that, to give a little something back to like Susan G. Komen or Toys for Tots or Make-A-Wish or Wounded Warriors or whatever. I wish I could do more, but I'm just trying to do the best I can, do a little something, but that's always a great cause. So look for those. I will have a couple of those this month. But let's talk about the Giants. Obviously, like I was saying, it's been a long time since I've actually been excited about like Giants football. And I am legitimately excited. Like I sit here and now it's like I can't wait. And Chris mentioned it last night. It's like the weeks take so long to get here. We're waiting. We're not having to wait that long. It's Sunday. I'm gonna wake up and have football. I wish every Sunday was 9 o'clock. I was talking to a guy at the bank today, and he's like, they play at 9 o'clock. I'm like, I wish every game was at 9 o'clock. I wake up in the morning, do my football, and have the rest of the day free. I would love that. I always feel like the people on the West Coast, very fortunate that they can wake up in the morning at 9 o'clock and they got football, or 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock in the morning over there. And the late games are done by 8 at night, 8:30 at night. Where here it's 11:30 at night. You don't get a lot of sleep. So West Coast has it good for football. They got it good for football. Danny, my friend, thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate it. I can't believe I might have to run up and get something to drink. You guys know I can't get through this stream without drinking Coke Zero. He said, since I've left New York, this year has been the best for sports teams, Mets and Giants. Hopefully the Knicks continue to improve. Let's go Giants. Let's go Giants. What a huge win it would be. 6:30 for you. Right. I'm sorry. The game's at 9:30. We'll be live at 9 o'clock. The game's at 9:30. My bad. We'll be live at 9 o'clock. The game is at 9:30, right? I should double check this so I know what the hell's going on. I think the game's at 9:30 and I'll be live at 9 o'clock. I think that's what we got here. Right? 9:30. Chat. Yes, no, maybe so. 9:30. The game's at 9:30, and we'll be live at 9 o'clock, and I can't wait. It's gonna be a fun day for me. I'm off on Monday, so we'll have the Giants 9 o'clock in the morning. I'll do my post game video, and then we have the Lakers later at night. Sorry to any Laker fans that may have tuned in, or I planned on doing the game last night, but that was the only night we were able to do talking Giants with me and Chris, because obviously he wants to watch the Mets, and unfortunately the Mets are having a bad night tonight. It's not over, but they got to win the next two, obviously. So hopefully they can get that done for him. But I've always said the Giants will take precedence over the Lakers. It's just the way it goes. I'm not a Laker fan. I do the Laker games, but I am definitely a Giants fan. So that was the only night we could do it. Obviously, I missed nothing. The Lakers lost again, and they played the reserves last night. None of the starters played because it was a back-to-back, so didn't miss absolutely anything. But Sunday is going to be a fun day for sure. And I want to get a video up tomorrow. I'm going to be going to Fear Fest up at Lake George. I think I mentioned to you guys before. My kid won 2 tickets to that, playing a big game hot potato at a little carnival or whatever. And so we're going to go up. My kid loves scary stuff, so it's going to be good. And then, yeah, man, we'll be live on Sunday morning, so it'll be fun. Sebastian, my friend, thank you for the super chat, brother. Really appreciate it. He says, Giants fan all the way from Vegas, baby. London game starts at 6 a.m. for us. Going to wake up super early for it. DJ impressing his teammates. Yeah, you guys in the West Coast have said you got to set your alarm. I won't judge if you wake up and drink a beer. I will not judge. But nice catch out there by Starling Marte. The what was I gonna say? I forget. But this is what happens when you get old and your mind starts to kind of. Daniel Jones. Yeah, man. Listen, Daniel Jones. I like I said, he deserved a video from me. I've obviously been critical of Daniel Jones when he's deserved it, and this year he really has he really has impressed me. He's winning me over with his perseverance and guts and toughness. And I've said before, that's what a New Yorker wants. That's what we look for in our players, man. We want tough players. I'm a sarcastic guy by nature. I like to poke fun. I have a sense of humor. Some people on the internet really need to get a sense of humor. They really do. Like, life is way too short, as you find out when you get a text that somebody that you knew or once worked with passed away. Life's too short be taking what people on the internet say seriously. So I make fun of Kadarius Toney because Chris does a tweet about Daniel Jones, blocking for his guy, spraining his ankle, flying to London, they're going to play. And I said, meanwhile, Kadarius Toney got a paper cut wiping his ass. He's going to miss 4 weeks. And you got people that get so upset over it when it's obviously a freaking joke. And they go, oh, let's see you play football, Baddog. As if complimenting Kadarius Toney is comparing him to an almost 47-year-old dude that makes YouTube videos. Like, how does that doing Kadarius Toney any favors? Is that the level that we're comparing Kadarius Toney to when you're sticking up for him? You're comparing him to people that don't play football. That's their argument. Let's see you do it. I don't have the talent to do it. I don't have the talent. I don't have the size. I don't have the genetics. I don't have any of it. But I can tell you this. I go to work every day of my life pretty much. I take a day off now and again. But I go to work every single day of my life, no matter how crappy I feel, unless I'm absolutely dying, man. My ass is there. I ain't getting paid millions of dollars to do it either. I can tell you that much. But I always laugh at that. I always laugh at, oh, you couldn't do better. I mean, why? That's not an argument. That is not an argument. Oh, he's better than you. Okay, what the hell does that mean? He's better than me. Kadarius Toney plays football. You don't. Why are you comparing him to me? That's no comparison. Compare him to people in the NFL. It's just crazy. Twitter's funny, man. Twitter's funny like that. I had a dude say, oh, Phil Simms injury prone. He didn't play any games. And he listed the games. And he's like, he didn't play in 82 and he didn't play in 83. I said, you realize he got benched in 83. So learn your Giants history. He's like, you got benched because you got hurt in 82. Grow up. And I'm like, bro, you're the one getting in your feelings over a freaking tweet. I'm not the one that needs to grow up. You get upset over a tweet. Maybe you need to rethink your priorities in life. It really ain't that big of a deal. Some people take this stuff so seriously, man. You thought I was 30, Sebastian? You the man. I'm 46. I'll be 47. Well, I'm not quite 47. I'm ways away. I won't be 47 till July, but that 50 mark is approaching quickly. Oh, I didn't read Abe. Sorry, Abe. My man, Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. He says, if we're not in the top 10, do you see us trading up to get a quarterback? Anyone really worth trading the farm for to get up there? I don't see Joe doing that. Too many other holes to fill in the roster. I think it would depend, Abe, on how much they really like the quarterback, how much it would cost to get that quarterback, and they couldn't miss. If you're willing to give up, you'd have to give up a first-round pick next year, and if you're willing to do that, you better not miss. You're really in trouble. Dave Gettleman took Daniel Jones 6th overall. Didn't pan out for Dave Gettleman, and he didn't trade up to get Daniel Jones. So if you trade up and you're giving up a first-round pick and your quarterback misses, you really look bad. What I would say is we'll see what they do with Daniel Jones, Abe. I mean, that's the thing. We'll know if they give Daniel Jones, if they tag him, or if they offer him that like a small 2 or 3 year deal where they can get out after a year or two. Maybe they do address wide receiver, interior offensive line, linebacker, cornerback. There's, like you said, there's so many other holes on this roster. I think it'd be hard to give up a first round pick to go up and get a quarterback. But if you really like the guy, I think you do it. Me personally, I know guys like Will Levis. I am not a Will Levis guy. I am not an Anthony Richardson guy. Bryce Young. I like Bryce Young. CJ Stroud. I haven't really watched Ohio State play this year. I don't know why. I should be watching CJ Stroud, but I haven't watched CJ Stroud. I really am falling in love with this kid, Michael Penix, though. Like, I really like Michael Penix. Like, he's grown on me a lot. The kid out of Washington, and I don't think he's going to be a top 10 pick, but you never know. If he blows it up and wins a Heisman, he could easily get into the top 10. So, that's a tough call, Abe, and that's why they make the big bucks. But we have to be confident that whatever move Joe Shane makes is going to be the right one. So hopefully we get it done. Svi, I agree. Toney is a clown. He is. He's just, it's ridiculous. But I just think it's funny how people, like, they just stick up and they go, oh, you can't do it. So what? You know? What's the difference? No, I can't do it. I don't play football. I did. But I can tell you that, the other guy that said, oh, Phil Simms got hurt. Yeah, Phil Simms tore his ACL. If Kadarius Toney tears a muscle, if Kadarius Toney tears his ACL or tears a muscle, I'm not going to sit there and clown him. That's a serious injury. But constant hamstring problems, whatever. Dashy, thank you, my friend. I really appreciate it. He says, I can't wait to slap and kick the Ratbird losers on Sunday Night Football. Forget about the Baltimore Ravens. Who they beat Baltimore. That's a good game. That's going to be a good game. Cincinnati's finding their way. Baltimore is a really good team. They obviously blew the lead and lost the game against Buffalo. But obviously, Cincinnati and Baltimore, that's a good rivalry. And that's a good Sunday Night Football game. The Thursday Night Football game, oh, my God. The Thursday night game is Chicago and Washington. As I told Adam Schefter, good. That'll help me sleep on Thursday. Big Moo. Thank you for the super chat, man. I really appreciate it, brother. He says, put Galladay and Toney in a boat and forget about him. Listen, man. There's a reason that Galladay don't get on the field. He didn't even make the trip. Toney, they don't like him. Neither one of those guys is going to be on. I'll be shocked if either one of those guys is on the team next year. And Johnny Boy, thank you for the super sticker, brother. I really appreciate that. A little fist bump. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. What did Dire Giants fan just say there? I forgot what he said. I didn't see what he said. YouTube so soft they're deleting mod comments. YouTube, good. YouTube actually made it in the chat. Maybe if I get these stupid spam things, they'll take care of it. I don't know. Dire Giants fan gave out the members. Dire Giants fan gave those out. He's the man. He gifted 6 memberships tonight. So I should say, I don't know if I can go back that far. Here we go. Jacob Kelly. He's one. Informal Deviant, Antonio Marino, Brandon Aronowitz, Bluegrass Picker. Well, yeah, welcome to the Dog Pound. Appreciate it. Dire Giants fan, you the man. Appreciate it. Let's go. Sebastian, my friend, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. He says, it ain't much, but listen, man, you didn't have to do that. I always say anybody that I'm just glad you guys and girls are here. I'm glad you watch the videos. I'm glad you support the channel and can listen to some Italian guy rant and rave about his team and go insane. But if you donate $1 or $500, I'm extremely appreciative of anybody that donates. I never ask anybody to do that. It does mean the world to me. So thank you. He says it ain't much. Best wishes to your coworker. Thank you, Sebastian. Appreciate it. He says, would you trade DJ Saquon and Galladay and Toney for Joe Burrow? That's tough. Because this is the thing, right? I think Joe Burrow succeeds because he has such great receivers. He's throwing to Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd would be our number one receiver. He's throwing to him. He's throwing to T. Higgins. He has Joe Mixon. He also has Jamar Chase, one of the best young wide receivers in the league. So I think part of the reason he can succeed with a bad offensive line is because he does have playmakers. If Joe Burrow were to come to the Giants, there are no playmakers, especially if you got rid of Saquon Barkley. So I wouldn't make the trade because Joe Burrow would get killed here. Would he be better than Daniel Jones? Maybe by a little bit. Not enough to make a difference. You know what I mean? Maybe we win another game or two, but not enough to like push us over the edge. My man Shedderhead, what's up, buddy? There he is. I missed you in the Lakers streams, man. I hope you hang out for the Lakers streams. I always forget you're a Packer fan because you're a Clipper fan, and I always forget Cheddarhead is because of the Packers. But good luck, man. I have no hate towards the Packers. I want to beat your ass. Don't get me wrong. Want the Giants to win, man. We haven't done a lot of winning here as of late. It would be a gigantic win for the Giants. It means more to us than it does to you, Cheddarhead. How about you let us have this one? What do you say, Cheddarhead? Listen, you can. I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a deal, Cheddarhead. I'll make you a deal. Let's make a deal. You let the Giants. Let us have this game on Sunday. Let us have this game on Sunday, okay? And the Clippers can sweep the Lakers in the regular season. Is that a deal? Does that work for you? Just give the Giants a W. And the Clippers can win all 4 games against the Lakers in the regular season. That good? I think that's a fair deal, Cheddarhead. But I do appreciate you being here. Felipe, how do you become a member? I appreciate you asking. Like I said, you don't ever feel the need to do that. But if anybody is interested in becoming a member, there's a little $sign down at the bottom. If you click on it, it'll say membership or join, or what I think it says join. If not, because it depends on what device you're watching the stream on. You can go into the description. There's a link to become a member, and that's how you do that. It's a Packers home game. We got to take this. No, Cheddar. I told you. I think that's a fair deal. I think it's a fair deal. Give the Giants a W. You got many more games you can win. Your division's terrible. You're going to win that division by default. You don't need the W. Our division's tough. You got the Vikings are trash. The Lions, they're a pretty good offense. They're better than I thought they'd be, but man, their defense can't stop a nosebleed. And the Bears, let's be real. They're not going anywhere. So, yeah, I'll be rooting for the Bears this week, though. Big Moo. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Moo. He says this would be the biggest win you need. Yeah, it would be. This is a big game for the Giants. Not a fair deal. Not a fair deal. Why? Why isn't it fair? That's fair. Yes, that's fair, Cheddar. I do think the Lakers will beat the Clippers once. But the Clippers should be really good now that they're healthy again. That's going to be a fun year. Cheddar. But Big Moo, yes, this would be a huge win for the Giants. It probably would be the biggest win. People have said we played a soft schedule, and we haven't played the best teams. The Packers are not the Packers of 5 years ago, but obviously they're still a formidable team. They still have Aaron Rodgers. They have 2 really good running backs. Lazard is a good wide receiver, but they can't stop the run. And if we're going to beat Green Bay, that's how we're going to do it. It keeps there. Like I said this last night, keep running the ball, control the clock, have those 7-minute drives. You got to finish with 7 points. Keep Aaron Rodgers off the field. That's the best way to beat Green Bay. And obviously our strength has been running the football. So it's our strength against their weakness. Hopefully it's good enough. But if we could beat the Packers, it would put the Giants on the map, and maybe we'd get some respect. I hope we don't. I hope we beat the Packers and we still don't get any respect. Because nobody wants to respect the Giants. So it is what it is. Dashy, my friend, thank you for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate it. You're the man. He says, Santa gave me an early Christmas present with the Reds firing Alan Zinter and Lee Tunnell. He gone, wee! Wee! For Dashy. No more clown show in Cincinnati Reds organization. Lee Tunnell, man. I remember him with the glasses in the P with the striped hat. I remember Lee Tunnell with the glasses. Kent Colvey, too. Those were Pirates back in the day. This is a disappointing game for the Mets, man. First playoff game in forever, and they just Scherzer comes out and just didn't have it. Didn't have it tonight at all. But yeah. I just think Curry passes LeBron in what? LeBron's going to set the all-time scoring record this year. Let's go Phillies, GG, bro. Do Phillies win today? I think that game was tied. Did the Phillies win today? I mean, I'm a Yankee fan, so again, I'm not rooting against the Mets. I don't really care if they win or lose. I'm not going to be heartbroken if San Diego moves on. I'm worried about the Yankees. Well, they did win, okay. But I got no problem with the Phillies either at all. I don't have a problem with the National League team. The Red Sox, I can't stand. I don't like the Red Sox. We could get blown out with the old Green Bay team. But I see, this is the thing, man. I think the Giants will keep this close. And if we keep it close, we have a chance to win. That's how I look at this. Because, again, if Saquon Barkley is a big part of the offense and he can continue to be an offense all the way through the game, we will have a really good chance to win. If we get behind 23-10 in the fourth quarter and Daniel Jones is forced to drop back and throw it every time, we're in trouble because we know that our offensive line is not a good pass blocking offensive line. But I am excited. Who's worse? The Giants backup quarterback? Rashawn Gary won't. Who's the Giants backup quarterback? Tyrod Taylor, I think. He did make the trip, so I would imagine he's their backup. Mayank, I think it's a little too early maybe to pick Pro Bowlers from the Giants. Saquon and Andrew Thomas would definitely be the guys that I think would be the Pro Bowler so far. McKinney hasn't been bad, but he hasn't been great either. He hasn't really made a massive. I love McKinney, but we don't have an interception as a team. Giants do not have an interception this year. I don't believe they have an interception through 4 games. And trying to get an interception off Aaron Rodgers ain't going to be easy either. Okay. So Davis Webb is the backup. Taylor didn't. I thought Taylor flew with the team, though, right? He did make the flight, but he's not playing. All right, the legend of Davis Webb. Well, he's not going to start, but we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited for the game, man, for sure. Live Hunter Z, my friend, thank you for the super chat. There's a line drive for the Mets, and he misplayed it out there. He says, will the game be free in New York if we don't have NFL Network at my in-laws? I don't think so. If the game's last week, it was on. Well, let me check. Last week, I'm pretty sure the game was on Fox. I'm pretty sure the game was on Fox. Let's see. Last week, I know it was. Because I remember going to NFL Network and I remember seeing it on Fox. No, it's going to be on NFL Network. Yeah, it's on NFL Network. So I don't think it's free. It's on NFL Network. I mean, you don't have to pay for it. If they don't have NFL Network, you're not going to be able to watch it. But yeah, you might be. I mean, I don't know if you can watch it like on the Giants like .com or like if they stream it. I know when I tried to stream the Jets Giants, I couldn't find it because it kept telling me it was blacked out in my area. So I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's on NFL Network. It is. So game on Channel 7. I don't know what Channel 7 in New York is. I'm upstate, so my channels are different. But NFL Network is doing the game. So you guys are right, Michael Donovan, Big Blue. It is on NFL Network. Danny's wearing high top sneaks. He should be. He should be. Giants says tonight might be the night you get banned for being an idiot. Sometimes, I like when the moderators have to lay down the law. So that's it. Been watching the games for years. Yeah, I always watch them on TV. I pay for cable. Cable's expensive, but I always pay for that. Yeah, we don't have an interception, Cheddar, and I'm pretty sure we don't. If we do, I don't remember who the hell got it. Let's trade Toney, Luann. I think they're going to trade Kadarius Toney just at the end of the year. I don't think they'll do it in midseason. But next year, I could definitely, before the draft, I could definitely see them trading him for, like I said, a 4th round pick. They're just going to get him out of here, if nothing else. If you can get a 4th rounder for him, I think they'll be happy with that. I'll be very shocked if he's here next year. Galladay was definitely going to be gone. They'll cut him. Then that's it. He'll have to look for work elsewhere. Who would give anything for? There's teams that would give up something for Toney. I mean, Toney's very talented. He just can't stay healthy. Maybe he just doesn't want to play in New York. Maybe he don't want to play. Maybe like I said, man, maybe Kadarius Toney didn't like the fact he only played 7 snaps in week 1. And now he's just making an excuse. Oh, I don't want to, I don't want to play. My hamstring hurts. No, my other hamstring hurts. And the other thing is funny on Twitter is like, oh, what? I didn't see you playing football, Baddog. Is Kadarius Toney played football? Like, how is he hurting his hamstrings? What is he doing? Is he practicing? Does Kadarius Toney practice? Because how did he hurt his other hamstring? He just can't stay healthy, Cheddarhead. That's what it is. Yo, Bodo, my man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Cheers, Goto. That is Goto Winter because he is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. He says, I see you got a hold of the $5 shave club. I got to shave tomorrow. Tonight, like I told my son, I'm like, give me a hug. And every time he sees the beard, he does this when he gives me a hug. I'm like, I know, Daddy's got to shave. It grows so fast, such a pain in the butt. It really is. But yes, tomorrow I got to shave. Definitely got to do that. Chris did not go to the Mets game, but he said he was selling the wild card tickets, and if they made the NLDS, he would go. But excuse me, he's got a long week. But yeah, he said if he was selling the wild card tickets, and if they made the ALDS, he would go to that. Hopefully they do. They had a bad night tonight. So that's true, Robert. I think Kadarius Toney does get hurt running routes to the toilet. I don't know what his deal is. Toney fell off the bench and tweaked another hammy. It's incredible. I just like I said, man, I put that stuff on Twitter. I'm sarcastic. I always consider myself having a good sense of humor. I laugh at myself. I like to make fun of stuff because at the end of the day, like I said, it's really not that serious. I take football serious, take the Giants serious. I love the Giants. They're a massive part of my life, have been for almost 40 years, will be till the day I die. But at the same time, man, it's football. There's greater things in life But some people, man, it's like, God almighty, you say a player's not good, or you make fun of a player because he can't stay on the field healthy, and it's like you shot their dog. Like, I don't know. It's like you're attacking them personally. And I always sit there and think to myself, why are you getting mad at why are you getting mad at comments about somebody else? If I was making the comment about if Kadarius Toney got mad at it, okay, I'm saying something about him. But God almighty, like if I say something, why is somebody else so vehemently mad? You think I'm the only one that thinks that he's soft? You think I'm the only one that's pissed off that he's always hurt? No, no. Just like I get these guys in here once in a while, these Eagle fans, like, oh, you're an idiot. What do you think about Jalen Hurts now? It's like, dude. So I said Jalen Hurts is going to suck. And maybe he still will. He's been great this month. Maybe he ends up being really good. But regardless if he's really good or really bad, why are you getting so mad at the fact that I said he wasn't going to be good? Those are things that I can't, those are things I always have a hard time figuring out. Not just on the internet, but in life. Like, I don't understand why some people get so mad at things like that. It's just weird to me. Meet Torian. What's up, Meet? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Appreciate it. Pluto, yeah, I like McKinney. Again, I just, it's hard to see what McKinney does because a lot of times stuff's happening on Adoree Jackson's side, or, our line is doing whatever. I love McKinney. I don't, listen, man. I told you. I don't buy a lot of jerseys, but I had to have me this one. He's my favorite player in the Giants. I had to get me this. Now I can't wear this because I wore this the first 3 games. And when we lost to Dallas, I had to change it up. We went with Seahorn last week, so we got to go with Seahorn again. Wandale's not playing, Anthony. He's out again, unfortunately. What's cool is not about Wandale, but completely because I was on Chris was on Patricia Traina's channel last night. She was talking about how Wandale got his name, that he was named after his grandmother. And I think his dad, his grandmother's name was Wanda. And she was, when he was born, I think she had just passed away before he was born. So they kind of put their names together, Wanda and Dale, and he became Wandale. So I thought that was cool. But Chris and I will both be on Patricia Traina's channel sometime next week. Obviously, she's like, I'll keep an eye on this because she said to me, she goes, do I have to keep an eye on the Mets schedule? Or something about the Mets schedule for me? I'm like, no, I'm a Yankee schedule guy. I said, but we can work something out. Like, I can put this on here and watch the Yankees. It's not a big deal, but I look forward to that because it'd be cool to work with Patricia. Obviously, she works with the Giants, so it would be cool to be on that show. And I'm looking forward to that. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Dashy, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. He says Ravens Red Zone ranted earlier this week. I forgot they even had a channel, Dashy. I forgot that they even had a channel. I didn't think Wandale was playing. I thought they said, I thought they said he wasn't playing. Well, let's see. Who knows, man? Things change all the time. No, he's out. Tyrod Taylor, Wandale Robinson among 7 ruled out versus the Packers. He's not playing. He's not playing, unfortunately. They titled their rant stream Baltimore Falcons return. Yeah, I forgot all about those guys. But I don't deal with the TTC at all. Obviously. Man. I'm gonna freaking lose my parlay. because I don't know if Memphis and Houston are going to get over 57. They have 42 points with 8 minutes to go. Rutgers is going to cover. I thought that was easy money. Memphis beating the hell out of Houston. They were -3. That was easy, but I took the over. I don't think that's going to happen. So where are we? Until Tony's no longer a giant, I'll hold off writing him off. Listen, I'm not writing him off. I'm just getting pissed off that the dude never plays. That's all it is. You know, I saw somebody say someone's bashing me about what that I've come around on Daniel Jones. Listen, I say this all the time, man. People are gonna bash you if you don't have people hating on you in some facet, you're not reaching enough people. I always feel like you've had some success when people just hate on you to hate on you. Because I can tell you this, I don't come on these live streams or things of Chris and bash other video makers for their opinion. If their opinion's different than mine, it's different than mine. I don't care. Like, it doesn't make me mad that somebody has a different opinion than me, which is why I don't understand why it makes people mad that I have a different opinion than them. I'll never be able to figure that out. That is such a waste of energy, in my opinion. It really is. But to each their own, man. V-Man, thank you so much. I appreciate you. He says, of Seattle and Toronto, who would have a better shot versus Houston? Because I'm scared of Houston as a Yankees fan. I think Toronto has a better chance against Houston, to be honest with you, because Toronto can hit the ball out of the park. I definitely think Toronto has a better chance. I think Toronto can be dangerous if they got hot. Big move. That's not true. I win a lot in college football. A lot. I don't win in the NFL. I win a lot in college football. I mean, I won over $300 the first 2 weeks of college football. And I don't bet a lot. I bet $50 on Georgia the first 2 weeks, and that helped. Then I gave some of it back because they didn't cover against Kent State. I remember that. But I absolutely win a lot more than I lose in college. I don't bet on the NFL very often. It's not. I won last night, though. I had the Colts in the money line, and I had the under. I won that. I won last night. It wasn't a lot. I only bet $5, but I won 1888. So you win some, you lose some. I'm not a professional gambler. I can tell you that. I'm not that good at it. I didn't even bet a lot, though. That's the thing. Like, I don't bet a lot of money. The $50 was just, I just had a good feeling about Georgia. The first 3 games, and then they got me, and I stopped doing that. But I can tell you, man, I don't bet a lot. $5, $10. I do it for entertainment. Like, I'm never going to get rich gambling ever. I do not bet enough to do that. Some guys come to my stream like, yo, I got $1,000 in the Giants. Like, I don't have the balls to do that. I do not have this. I don't have the sack to do that. The most I'll bet on a game, and this is if I'm up for the year. Like the 1 year I cashed in on Ohio State, they just won every week. They covered every week. It was easy money every week. At the end of the year, I bet $100 on Ohio State, and that was because I was up like $600 or $700. But it doesn't happen. It's rare. $1,000, I'm buying stuff on eBay. That's why I tweeted, man. eBay is extremely dangerous for a guy with a sports card addiction. And I have that. It's not good. It's too convenient. eBay is too convenient. It's too convenient. Trying to go to a card show, not always the easiest thing to do, but with eBay, the card show comes to you. So it's tough. Chris, my man, fellow gym rat, thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. He says, my guy, let's go. We did legs today, but I can't show you my legs. But there you go. He says Kayvon's going to get his first NFL sack on Karen Rodgers' game. The Giants defense is going to put Karen. I hope so, Chris. I hope so, man. I hope that we get to Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, if we don't, he's a guy that can tear us up. He can read a blitz. He's still Aaron Rodgers. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play. We're going to have to run the ball, man. We have to run it. We have to control it. We have to keep him off the field. And yeah, if we do get Green Bay in 3rd and long, we have to get him. I do agree. Kayvon was really close to getting a sack last week. He was very disruptive. He was in the backfield a lot. I could see him getting his first sack this week, especially if Leo's back. And Leonard Williams is playing, right, guys? Big Moose says, yeah, hit the like and subscribe. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe. If you're just hanging in here, make sure you subscribe. I do live streams. I do tons of Giants videos. We're doing Laker live streams, Yankee playoff baseball. Tuesday, I'm actually not going to be on this channel. I'm going to go over with my guy Pete on NYY News, and I'm going to stream the game over there with him. And then maybe he'll return a favor in the series. I am going to do Yankee playoff baseball, but he texted me, said, would you call the game at me on Tuesday? I said, yeah, I'll do it on your channel. It's fine. But so make sure you subscribe, though, especially, like I said, if you're new, come by Sunday morning, 9 o'clock. We'll be live for the Green Bay Packers and New York Giants. The streams are always awesome. They're a lot of fun. And they've been really fun because they've actually won some games this year. They're fun even when we're losing, but they're a lot more fun when we're winning, which is awesome. Bono, my friend, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. He says, opinions are like assholes, and 99% of the time they stink. And then the 1% that bleach and it smells slightly better. It's true. It's true. It's a fact. Everybody's got an opinion. This is why I just don't. I understand a good debate. I have no problem with debating stuff, but to just get downright mad, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like I said, I got guys, you're an idiot. You said, how about Jalen Hurts? Stop, Baddog. Where's your I have a guy, I forgot his name because he's not worth remembering. But I have a guy, he's like, where's your apology video for Daniel Jones? You're hung up on me coming out here and go, Daniel Jones, I'm sorry. Sorry for what? Sorry for saying you sucked when you suck? No. I apologize for nothing when it comes to my opinion. That's it. If I say some stupid things sometimes, yeah, I may be remorseful. But having an opinion that a player's not good, I ain't apologizing for that. It's an opinion. Maybe wrong, but it's an opinion. Meat, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Says, yo, Baddog, looking good, bro. Thank you, sir. If Denver offered Russ Wilson for DJ straight up, would you do the trade? No, I wouldn't. You know why? Because Russell Wilson's making an absolute fortune, and he would ruin our cap space. Daniel Jones is a free agent, so the Giants can tag him. Maybe they can offer him a 2 or 3 year deal and get out after 1 or 2 years. They don't pay him a lot of money. Or they draft a rookie quarterback and he's on a rookie contract. There's no way that I'm trading Daniel Jones for Russell Wilson. And I got to be honest, I actually think Daniel Jones has played better than Russell Wilson this year, if I'm being completely honest. I really do. And Daniel Jones is what, 8 years younger than Russell Wilson? Yeah, I'm not doing that. And you know what's funny, me? I never thought in my wildest dreams that I'd be saying I would keep Daniel Jones over Russell Wilson, but I would keep Daniel Jones over Russell Wilson. I definitely would. Dominic, my friend, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. What's my game 1 lineup for the Yanks? As weird as it is, and I hated it when he did it. I hated it when he did it at first. But I would have Judge lead off. It seems to be working. He made that move. It works. I would go Judge. I'm trying to think. I'd probably go Judge, Rizzo. How the hell would I do this? Judge, LeMahieu, Rizzo, Stanton. I'm trying to think of Glaber Torres. I hate Josh Donaldson. I'd be playing Oswaldo Cabrera. I'd be playing Oswald Peraza. I'd be playing Oswald Peraza over IKF. I can tell you that right now. How the hell would I make this lineup? Because I'm just trying to think of where they'd be. Yeah, Bader would be in center. I'd have Bader hit ninth because of his speed, honestly. I'd probably have Trevino hit eighth. And then I'd have I'd probably have Cabrera hit sixth, Peraza hit seventh, Trevino hit eighth, Bader hit ninth. I think that's the way I would do it. They also worked when they had Judge and then Stanton 1-2, which again I think is insane, but it was working. So I would not mess with it. Judge leading off, I hated it when he did it, but it's working. So I wouldn't mess with that. I wouldn't mess with it. Uncle Steve, thank you, my friend. I really appreciate it. He says, good evening, buddy. Thoughts on trade? I have to go look back at that. Steve, I heard about it when I was doing the Laker game the other night. People were telling me Draymond threw a punch at Jordan Poole, and I didn't see it. I have to look at it. Metcalf signed a 3-year extension. Yeah. I would sit Donaldson. I don't like Josh Donaldson, mate. I don't like him. He's not going to sit. But if I was doing the lineup, he would be sitting. I don't like him. He's a low average guy, very low average guy. He does have power, but we have enough power in the lineup. I want the energy of the young guys in the lineup. And I think that Peraza and Cabrera, I think they give the Yankees that little edge. Remember, when we were winning games in 96, we had young players in there. Andy Pettitte was a big part. He won 21 games that year. Derek Jeter won Rookie of the Year that year. We had some younger players. Mariano Rivera was third in the Cy Young voting as a middle reliever. We had younger guys that played. So I have no problem. I would like to see the younger guys play, but Donaldson's going to play. Ohtani's not going anywhere, Bogart. If Ohtani left, the Angels would draw nothing. He's too big of a ticket item. Ohtani's not going anywhere. Judge is not going to the Mets either. Judge would not leave the Yankees for the Mets. If Judge was going to leave the Yankees, he'd be going out west, probably to San Francisco. He grew up a San Francisco Giants fan. He's from that area. If Judge leaves the Yankees, he's going west. He's not going to Queens. He would definitely go out west. But it would not surprise me if the Mets made him an offer. 25 million. Well, that's the thing, Jack. This is why I love Dable, because he don't care what you make. You're saying 25 million reasons why Donaldson plays. That's why I love Dable. He don't care what you make. The amount of money you make doesn't make you a great player. It doesn't make you better. It doesn't mean you're working harder than the guys that are on the field. It doesn't make you more productive. It makes you more rich, but it doesn't make you more productive. So that's one thing I love about Dable. He's never lied to us. Not yet. He said the guys that are the best, that play the best, that play the toughest, the guys that earn their playing time, they're going to get it. And he hasn't lied. Kenny Galladay, Kadarius Toney's always hurt. Kenny Galladay, though, obviously more talented than Richie James. David Sills, he don't get on the field. Well, that's the thing, Bodo. This is the thing, right? You'd put Judge second, but this is why I said I would bat Bader ninth, because after the very first at bat of the game, there's no guarantee that the leadoff hitter leads off again. So the ninth place hitter hits ahead of the leadoff hitter. Bader's fast. There's a lot of speed. That's why I would bat him ninth and Judge first. And again, I didn't like it when they first did it, Bodo, because I'm in agreement with you. Like, I'm an older school baseball player. I want your best hitter hitting third. I think Judge should hit third, but this has worked. I don't want to mess with it when it's working. So I would definitely leave Judge first. I would not mess with them at all. Let's get 200 likes, by the way, guys. He goes, come on, baby. We got 150 likes. Let's go. We got big game, Giants fans. They got the Padres in a rundown. The Mets did not blow that good. 2 on home right now is a hell of a lot better than a strikeout in the second inning. Yeah, it's true. But like I said, you don't know. You don't know. Sonny, my friend, thank you for the super chat, brother. Really appreciate it. He says, you're right about DJ playing better than Russell Wilson right now. Give DJ Russell's wide receivers. He'll be putting up numbers that most people want. Yeah. Again, it's a big reason why he's grown on me. When he was throwing to Kenny Golladay just sucks. Kenny Golladay just sucks. But when he had Kenny Golladay and throwing unhealthy Sterling Shepard, I thought he should have been putting up better numbers. This guy's throwing to guys that wouldn't even make another team, let alone start. Richard James and David Sills do not make another roster in the NFL. They don't even make the roster. And those are the guys that he throws to. So, like I said, it was the first game. Like the first game when Dable chewed him out, throwing a bad interception, and he came back and led us to a victory. I said the kid showed a lot of intestinal fortitude. Or as Mick Foley once said, a lot of testicular fortitude. And he's done it all year. The guy runs for his life. Like I said, does he have things to work on? Is he a polished product? No. Is it his fourth year? Should he be? Yes. I get why people knock him. I understand. He still has things to work on. But he's definitely improved on things that he did not improve on under Joe Judge. And I respect that. And that's all you can do. He tries. He works his ass off. He's, like I said, he's scrambling better. He's using his legs more. And he's throwing to guys that wouldn't be in the NFL if they weren't on the Giants. So, Brian, what's up, my friend? There's Brian. Brian is the one and only, that I remember the name now, the one and only elite member of the Dog Pound. So, Brian, thank you, my friend. I really appreciate that. I noticed that the other day because I'm like, well, somebody's an elite member. I didn't even know that. I forgot that was even a tier. So, thank you, Brian. Appreciate that. And means a lot to me. Dire Giants fan, thank you for dropping links to my sponsorships. Again, if you guys want to win some money, like I said, Big Moose said I don't win any money. I win some, I lose some. Maybe you guys are better at betting than me. If you are, and a lot of people probably are, just go to mybookie.ag, man. Link is in the description. Make the games more interesting by throwing a $5 bet, a $50 bet, whatever's in your range, just bet responsibly. But if you go to mybookie.ag and you're a first-time depositor and use the promo code BADDOG, BADDOG, they double your first deposit up to $1,000. So you want to play with $100, they're going to give you $200. You want to play with $200, they're going to give you $400. You want to play with $500, they're going to give you $1,000. So it'll be awesome. But appreciate you all being here. Thank you, Dire Giants. And of course, Nick's Ice Cream. Like I said, Nick's Ice Cream is taking the world by storm, baby. I get it on Instagram. I get it on Twitter. I get it on here. I tell my guy, Tom at Nick's, the guy that I work with, I tell him all the time, we got to make Nick's the official ice cream of the New York Giants. Because ever since Nick's came on board in my bookie, since we got the Giants are 3-1. They're 3-1. I gotta get down to a game. I gotta take a picture with like Xavier McKinney and some Nick's ice cream. Like that'd be awesome. That'd be good. Dominic, my friend, thank you for the super chat, brother. Really appreciate that. He says, love Cabrera. I do too. Because when he first came up, he struggled a little bit. Most rookies will. But he was great in the field everywhere they put him. And you say his bat has come around in defense, he's a stud. I agree. He has such a beautiful swing. He's a switch hitter. I really like him a lot. And this is something we've wanted to see, Dominic. We want to see Cabrera. We want to see Peraza. We're going to get a look at Volpe next year. Volpe needs to come up. And then we'll see Jason. Obviously, Jason Dominguez is a few years away, but there's these two kids, Peraza and Cabrera, look like ball players. And I really do like Cabrera a lot. I really do like him a lot. King Ja, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you very much. For the love of God, get Toney and Yankees the hell out of here. I agree, my friend. I agree. bad juju with those two guys. But you know what, King? We're stuck with them this year. We can't trade Galladay because Galladay cost us $18 million against the cap. And if we trade him, we have to eat $21 million of the dead cap unless we get someone to take on the salary. And nobody wants his salary. He's going to be really difficult to move this year. So I'm thinking next year we cut him. We'll save $6 million. He's gone. I also think that Kadarius Toney will be traded before the draft, and we might get a third or fourth round pick. And that's kind of what I think. But I think they'll both be gone next year. And I think we'll probably try to sign a free agent wide receiver, maybe draft one. It's going to be a very interesting offseason, but I don't think we'll have to look. I don't think Giants fans will have to look at COVID-19 and the Tin Man anymore. It sounds like a bad detective show. The Tin Man and COVID-19. That's what Kadarius Toney and Kenny Galladay are. And, obviously I'm making a joke and I'm trying to be funny. And somebody will watch us back and go, "Oh, let's see you play football." Dire Giants fan, thank you for gifting a membership to Toba. Ojadera. Oh, God. Ojadirin. I'm sorry if I botched that, Tobin. Welcome to the Dog Pound. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Big Moo says, I had the Knicks chocolate peanut butter cup. Insane. Every time I try a new flavor, it's better than last. See? Big Moo knows. I've never had a bad Knicks flavor. Even the mango chili, which I don't like mango. And it literally has chili powder in the ice cream with the mango. It's good. Knicks is good. I think my lucky stars that Tom from Knicks came into my chat and said, "Baddog, don't eat Halo Top, eat Knicks." And I was going to try Knicks that one day because it was right near Halo Top. And I said, the only reason I got Halo Top is because it's the first thing I looked at when it said protein ice cream. And I was like, I'll try Knicks. And I fell in love with it. And obviously, pretty much everybody else that's eating it likes it too, which is awesome. Brian says, the first thing I'll do when I get back to the States is find some Knicks. My man. Listen, you can go, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's just statewide. It's a Swedish ice cream. So I don't know where else they have it. What I always tell people when they ask where they can get Knicks ice cream, you can buy it online. It's going to be more expensive online than it is in your grocery store because they ship it with dry ice, and dry ice is probably expensive. But what I was going to say is if you go to Knicks.com, there's a section that says stores. And if you type in your zip code, it'll show you the closest stores that carry Knicks. Dire Giants fan, thank you again, my friend. Hunter Ogre became a member because of New York Dire Giants fan. Welcome to the Dog Pound, fellas. Appreciate that. Dire Giants fan, yeah, I was thinking about that. I have to do one. I got to find time, man. I'm hopeful to do one next weekend. So, gonna try to do that. I'm going to try to do one next weekend. Maybe Saturday night. Maybe next Saturday night we'll do it. Do a members-only stream. Cheddarhead says, Giants fans got to be out. Right now, Cheddar, we love Brian Dable. We haven't been a good team in a long time, and I'm not saying that we're a good team. But I can tell you, Cheddarhead, and I can only speak for myself. Going into the year, I had us losing this game. And in years previous, I would think we were going to get blown out 31-10, 34-7, something like that. Like I would think that we had absolutely zero chance against Green Bay. And again, I'm not saying we're beating Green Bay. I still think Green Bay is going to beat us. Okay, I do. Green Bay is better than we are. However, it will not surprise me if the Giants do walk out of there with a W. It's in London. There may be Packers fans there, but that is not a home field advantage for Green Bay. It's not on their turf. It's not in Lambeau. We run the ball extremely well. Saquon Barkley is the NFL's leading rusher. Green Bay got gashed by Chicago. They're not a good run defense at all. I think they're 22nd in the NFL in rushing defense. Not good. It bodes well for the Giants to run Saquon. I don't know how mobile Daniel Jones is going to be with the ankle. That could hurt us a little bit. But if he's good enough to run, Daniel Jones could also take advantage of Saquon Barkley's ability to run the ball like he did against the Bears when Daniel Jones rushed for 2 touchdowns. So again, I'm not saying we're going to beat Green Bay, Cheddarhead. I still think Green Bay's better than us, and I think the Giants have to prove to me that we could beat them. But I do go into this game with confidence that we can win. Whereas before, there's no way, and the coaching has a ton to do with that. There is no question. There is no question the coaching has made a big difference on this team so far. I don't think anybody can question that. Now, yeah, I got out of hand with Joe Judge. I fell in love with Joe Judge because I like the way Joe Judge talked. Not so much the results on the field, but I liked his talk. He got me with this. He was a good salesman. Dable, not really that guy. Not gonna say what you want to hear all the time. Going to tell you how it is, and the results speak for themselves. So I'm expecting a good game. Again, I feel like the Giants can win, but I wouldn't pick them to win outright. I would pick them to cover the 7.5. I think it's too much. But then again, Vegas might know something because everybody got to be sitting there going, well, the Packers haven't played well. The Giants are 3-1. I mean, I don't think the Packers are going to beat the Giants by 7.5. Who knows? Vegas ain't been good this year, though. That I know. Bodo, my friend, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. He's the Goto. He says, Die Hard, you keep this up. I won't feel special being a member anymore. Although every time I drive, everybody gives me the middle finger and tells me I'm a special member. Bodo is that dude with the big rig that just cuts people off. And does, I can see Bodo giving the finger to people out the window. I could see that. I could see Bodo blowing a big air horn. Beep, beep, you know, when the kids go by, do they do this? I remember when I was young and I'd go by a trucker, I would always do this. So they would blow the air horn. And then my father ended up being a long haul truck driver, which is pretty ironic. So that's why I always say there's a lot of truck drivers that are in these streams, and I always appreciate it. And they always come in there like, you're getting me through. Like, I have a 9-hour drive. I'm listening to the stream or I'm listening to the game. Appreciate you doing it. And I always say, I don't think truck drivers get enough credit for what they do. Doesn't seem like a big deal. You know, most people see the tractor trailer on the road and they're like, oh God, no, I don't want to get behind one of those. I don't want to pass one of those. I don't know how you do it, man. Long hours, long haul. We eat because of truck drivers getting, delivering goods, whatever. We get anything we want because truck drivers are able to deliver the goods at the stores. And people on the road do not cut them a break. I saw that. I went with my father on some road trips, and I was amazed that guys could handle 53-foot rigs the way they do. So I always think that that's an underrated profession. It's very difficult to drive a 53-foot tractor trailer. Very, very difficult. So, and you're big time when you're big time when you get a troll named after a typer. That is when you're big time, Bodo. When that happens. That's how you know you're big time. That's how you know you're big time, my friend. JC, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Get a Ninja Creamy. Can make 150-calorie ice cream with 2% milk, almond milk, and vanilla extract, and xanthan gum, and can add protein. Nah, I'll stick with Knicks. I don't know what a Ninja Creamy is. I've never even heard of that. I don't need to add protein powder to Knicks. And 150 calories for how much? This is an entire pint, man. This is an entire pint of ice cream. And there's protein in it. There's a ton of fiber in it, which helps your digestive system, especially when you're someone like me that just lives on protein, man. That stuff's not easy to digest. When you eat a lot of protein, your body actually burns more calories digesting it because it's tougher to break down, which is why you stay full longer when you eat a lot of protein. Listen, everybody has their own thing, though, JC, man. Everybody likes different ice cream. I just like Knicks a lot. It's low calorie. I eat a pint of it every night. I love it, or either that or I have these cram bars, which I just got the triple chocolate ones, or the chocolate cookie with the chocolate ice cream. I always look forward, man. I'm telling you, I get out of the gym. I can't wait to eat. I do it every night. I eat my ground turkey or my turkey. Like sometimes I just have a shredded turkey, or my chicken, or my 24 ounces of egg whites and my ham. And as soon as I'm done, the first thing I do, like I wash the dishes and I might get something to drink and I go right into the ice cream. And then when I'm done with the ice cream, I go right into the Kodiak pancakes. So that's the next sponsor. We got to get Kodiak pancakes to sponsor me. I start my day with Kodiak pancakes and I finish it with Kodiak pancakes every day of my life. Well, not every day. Saturdays, I don't always eat Kodiak pancakes because I'm home and I can actually make egg whites, which I really love. I don't have time to do that in the morning, but I really love because you can eat a ton of egg whites. Like I said, 24 tablespoons, not ounces. 24, a cup and a half of egg whites is 200 calories and 40 grams of protein with no carbs and no fat. That is like the best thing ever. Throw some salsa and some hot sauce in those suckers, a little cayenne pepper and some black pepper. Oh my God. I can't wait to eat breakfast tomorrow. I'm already thinking about it. Bodo the Goto. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. He says, yes, dog. Kids do that when I go through college areas in the middle of the night. They do that. I'm not an a-hole. I will honk the horn when it's appropriate. And by the way, I've never flipped anybody off. Really? Good on you, Bodo. I can't make that claim. I flipped off CBS in one of my first streams I ever did. Tell them they're number one for putting that stupid Jaguars Texans game on TV instead of the Giants. I'll never forget that. Big Moo. Moo. Thank you for super chat, brother. Really appreciate it. Says, Bad Dog, you've been drinking Scotch Sunday. Oh, it's right here. It's still here. I love it, man. I think I only got to have 4 glasses of that last year. I've already had 3. I would love to match our win total from last year on Sunday. I would love it. Yeah, Brian, salsa and eggs, man. Salsa is good stuff. So, like I said, I load them up. Salsa, hot sauce, cayenne pepper, black pepper. Really good. And like I have it with some ham because ham is high in protein, low in fat. But good stuff, man. Good stuff. So, but if I'm really hungry, I will add the pancakes to it. Sometimes I do that. Depends on if I work out before breakfast or after. I work out before breakfast. I usually come home. I have the egg whites, pancakes, and the ham. Sometimes even a yogurt. You love I've never been a big ketchup guy in the eggs, Space Pirate. I mean, I don't mind ketchup on my eggs, but I like spice. So in lieu of ketchup, like I usually put hot sauce on everything. I don't put anything on steak. Steak belongs the way it is. Whatever they cook the steak in, whatever they season it, it belongs like that. You don't add pepper, you don't add salt, you don't add hot sauce, you don't add barbecue sauce. You certainly don't ever put ketchup on steak. The only thing I really put ketchup on is hot dogs. And I'm not a big hot dog guy, but I load the hot dog up. Load it up. Ketchup, mustard, like I said, meat sauce, sauerkraut, onions. I load that thing up if I'm going to have a hot dog because I'm just trying to get rid of the taste of the hot dog, I guess. I don't know. Hamburger, too. I'll definitely put that hamburger without a doubt. Without a doubt, man. I go to Five Guys. My wife tells me, she goes, why don't you just tell them what you don't want on the hamburger? And it's really just barbecue sauce. I think I put everything else on the hamburger. Jalapenos. Oh, that's another thing. If I put jalapenos in my eggs sometimes. I just like hot stuff. But yeah, the streams we always talk about food. I bring up food all the time. I am Italian. I like to eat. I try to eat clean, but when I do eat, I eat a ton of it. Like I said, 24 ounces of chicken, pound and a half of chicken, 20 ounces of ground turkey, a cup and a half of egg whites with 12 ounces of ham. I eat a lot when I eat. It's just, I try to keep it high protein, low fat. Giant Eternal, my friend, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. He says, Stella, how about my Phillies? I didn't know they won. It was 0-0 last I checked. But guys told me that they won in the chat. I have no problem with the Phillies. None. Who do the Phillies play if they won the next round? They get the Braves, right? Yes, because the winner of the Mets Padres gets the Dodgers. Phillies Braves would be fun. That'd be a fun series. Dire Giants fan, thank you for super chat. Another truck driver. See? Truck drivers, much respect. He says, I drive a straight truck. It's better to have an asshole in front of you than behind you, and don't hit me. That I agree with. I mean, I've said before, I do have the road rage. I do get frustrated on the road. I do. I hate when there's somebody slow in front of me. It agitates me. However, what really ticks me off is when I'm tailgated. I do not like that because I am not going below the speed limit. Most of the time, I'm going 5 to 10 miles an hour above it. So if I'm in a 35-mile-an-hour zone and I'm going 42 and you're riding my ass, you're going to make me mad. That pisses me off because I'm not going slow. If I was going 25 and a 35 and you're tailgating me, I should pick up the pace. I don't like that at all. I think I told this story once before that we were coming back from dinner one night and I was driving and I was doing like 40, I was doing like 47 at a 35. Like I was flying. I didn't even realize I was going that fast. And there was a guy on my ass, literally like real, and I brake checked the crap out of him. And my wife got it all nervous. She didn't like that. She said, "Why are you gonna do that? This is why I like to drive." I'm like, "You shouldn't have been on my ass." I'm like, "He ain't there now, is he? He backed off." Sorry. Wouldn't do that with my kid in the car, but when it's just her and I, we'll survive. If someone runs into the back of me, it's their fault. Don't tailgate. Don't like it. Only tailgate at a game. That's when it's fun. Tailgating is good there. Bodo the Godo, you're the man. Thank you so much, Bodo. Really appreciate it, brother. Thank you for the incredible generosity. The Goto. I appreciate it, brother. He says the reason I don't flip anybody off is because I sit so high it supports my narcissism. And when you're the best, it's not worth the effort. That's a fact. You can see over everything. And that's the other thing. When I drive, I'm never looking at the car in front of me. I always look at the car in front of the car in front of me because that will make my reaction time better. I've always driven like that. I drive through the windshield of the person in front of me. That is always the way I've driven. And knock on wood, in all the years I've been driving, I have never had an accident. Never. And I've only been pulled over once, which is surprising because some of the things I do on the road, I probably should be pulled over for. And I just have gotten lucky. But and he let me go. I didn't even get the ticket. But I listen, I am an impatient driver. I'm an impatient person. I don't tailgate people. That's dangerous. I do not do that. Like I said, I'll get upset. Sometimes what I'll do, I'm trying to get their attention. I'll weave back and forth in my lane. Like, can we go? And when I pass them and I see they're on their phone, I'll scream, "Get off your damn phone." But, it's all good. Yeah, that's true, Ramjay. Listen, if I'm on the highway and someone's on that's different. If I'm on a 3-lane, 4-lane highway and I'm in the left lane to pass somebody and somebody's going faster than me, I will get over as soon as I can. That does not bother me. That's like, okay, yeah, I'm going 75 and a 65, or I'm going 80 and a 65, and you want to go 90, I'm getting out of your way. I don't have a problem with that. That doesn't bother me whatsoever. There's some guys that really want to go fast. Go for it. I'm going to get to the right. I'm going to allow them to go past me. No doubt. No doubt. Where's the football? Isn't there? Oh, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Bodo, you're the man. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. He says, I understand. Usually I have to pay $50 extra to have somebody tailgate me. I hear you, man. I hear you. Isn't it dangerous to, like, with a truck driver? Obviously, you guys don't have rear view mirrors. You just look out your side mirror. Can you see when somebody is like right on your ass like that? Because I know trucks have blind spots. And the thing that I always learned from my dad was if you can't see the truck driver like in the mirror, if you can't see him, he can't see you. Like if you're on the side of him, like if you can't see him, you're in his blind spot. I don't know how true that is. But that's what I was always taught is that if you can't see the actual driver in the truck, he can't see you either. So you're in his blind spot because every vehicle has blind spots. Um, everyone is down in South Florida. I'm sure, Moo. I'm sure. Um, it is what it is. You know, New York dude says hate the Eagles. I got to give him credit. Good. The Eagles are listen. I hate the Eagles too, but the Eagles have played very well. How about the 0-4 Colorado State whooping Nevada? How about that? How about that one? It's pretty amazing. Houston ended up beating Memphis. Wow. I would have lost that one anyway. That's insane, man. Would have mattered. Actually, they did end up going over. Well, that sucks. How'd Memphis blow that game? Not that it's a big deal, but not that it's a big deal. There you go. You're right. I don't have any hair to pull, so we ain't gotta worry about that. Let me hit the head real quick, guys. Goes, you know what to do. I'm gonna hit the head real quick. You're gonna hit the thumbs up and the like button. The thumbs up and the like, they're the same thing. You're gonna hit the subscribe and the thumbs up, man. I'll be right back. I don't even know why I have to go to the bathroom. I haven't had anything to drink the entire time. I'll be right back. Thank you for being here. Let's talk some whatever. I guess this is turned into an ever stream. Happy Friday evening. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I had to relieve the old bladder. I had to relieve the old bladder there. Yo, Johnny, my friend. Thank you for super chat. Get up there. There we go. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. He says, do you think McNabb acts like an Aaron Rodgers with no rings? The biggest hater of Jalen Hurts the biggest hater of Jalen Hurts and definitely a Foles. He's a clown. So McNabb doesn't like Jalen Hurts? Is that true? Is that true? Spider on a chair. I remember that one, Meat. I remember that one when Chris started streaming. You guys scared the hell out of him with the spider on his chair. That's a blast in the past. Is that true? He hates it. You know what's funny, Johnny? I'm not gonna say he's like Aaron Rodgers. I was never a big McNabb fan, but look, I mean he's an Eagle. I hate all Eagles. But the funny thing is, like I felt like Phil Simms for a while was a hater of Eli Manning. And I think what happens is Jalen Hurts has had a really good year. And there's no question about that. He certainly seems to have improved a lot. Credit where it's due. You know me, man. I'll talk a lot of shit, but when I'm wrong, I'm a stand-up guy. I'll admit I'm wrong. He's played well. So perhaps Donovan McNabb is a little jealous. And jealousy is an ugly emotion. And it does bring out the worst in people. It just does. When you're jealous of somebody, that's why I tell some people, I don't really engage in like the back and forth on the social media. I will make an example of someone in the chat now and again. I will let someone have it on Twitter now and again. But I always tell somebody when they insult me, like, because there's no reason to. I'm not insulting you. So to come out and insult me or bash me or whatever, I always say, does your arm hurt from punching up? Because that's what people do. They don't punch down. They only go after people that they feel are better than them or more successful than them or whatever it is, because they're angry about it. So instead of aspiring to get to that person's level, they try to pull the person down to their level. That don't work with me. I've never understood. Like I said, I'm inspired by people better than me. I look up to those people that are more successful than me, that are in better shape than me. Whatever the hell it is, I emulate those. Why am I going to get mad at somebody that worked their ass off and is successful or in better shape than me or whatever that drives a nicer car than me? How am I going to be mad at them for that? How am I going to be mad at them? That has nothing to do with me that they worked harder than me or they became more successful than me or they're in better shape than me. Why am I going to get mad at that? Good for them. I see that and go, I want to be that guy. I want to drive that Mercedes Benz. Where is the Manhattan Mercedes Benz guy that used to come into the chat? I could use one of those. Maybe they could. That'd be a great sponsorship. Mercedes Benz, just give me one to drive around in. King John, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. He says, for the love of God, get Toney and Golly the hell out of here. Yo, I can't even deal with these two, bro. Well, you know what? It's good, King John. We don't have to deal with them this week because they didn't make the trip. How far have they fallen when Sterling Shepard, who tore his ACL, made the trip and they left those two guys behind? Sterling Shepard does more for the team with a torn ACL than Kadarius, Toney, and Kenny Golladay combined. That's sad. That's sad. Ayub, thank you for super chat. Appreciate it. He says, Baddog, we got KT pressed. He's calling people broke. Is he? I didn't see. Do I follow him on Twitter? Who is he called? Listen, I mean, compared to him, yeah. Compared to him, we are broke. I mean, broke in my pocket, but shit, my body works. His doesn't. He's broke. His body's broke. What is his name? What is his name on Twitter? I'll find it. This is funny. There he is. Where is it? Where am I looking? I don't know where it is. I didn't see it though. I don't know. What's this one? Oh, I don't know what that is. I didn't see it. But it is what it is. Compared to him, I mean, I don't know how much money he's making, but I'm never gonna have it. I'm never gonna have that much money in my life. I'll tell you that. I gotta work every day and I'm not gonna have that much money. Big Moo, thank you so much. Moo. But Ayub, you know he gets pressed anyway. If I ever actually listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. Next week, if that guy doesn't play, I am going to at him because I want him to come at me because he will. I have a comment all lined up for him, and he probably won't like it, but I don't care. Take a joke. I'm joking around. You know, it's called having a sense of humor. You know, you're trading for a medium Pepsi. If we could get away with it, just terrible. I'm one sponsorship away. No. Listen, I'm happy that I got the sponsorships I have. I'm not going to be a millionaire off the sponsorships. I can tell you that. Not unless it becomes Coke Zero. Hey, You know, give me like you still want to become a millionaire from those things. You have to be, in order to make it on you have to have like 50 million subscribers. You probably won't even get there at that point either. But I don't know. It is what it is. I'm very appreciative of the sponsors I have, that they reached out to me, man. Dominic, thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate it. He says, other people's success doesn't mean your failure. Right. I just don't understand. Like I said, I will never understand why people get mad at other people's success. And I always appreciate that, Bo. He says, by the way, I've said this before. I hate NBA basketball, but I'll be on the streams because I love the dog. Appreciate that, Bodo. The feeling is mutual, my friend. And listen, the streams are awesome, right? The chat's great too. Obviously, the chat's awesome. We have a lot of fun in the chat. And are there some idiots? Yeah, it's going to happen. Like I said, you reach enough people, you're going to get them. That's fine. That makes me realize I've done something. I must be doing something proper. Jared Giants man, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. He says, I'd love to see you. Area's official C2 win. Trust me, if he don't play against Baltimore, I got something for him. I think it'll be funny. I think it'll be funny anyway. There'll be other people like, oh, you don't play football, bad dog. You don't. Let's see you do it, bad dog. Oh yeah, like I said. Oh God, yeah, that's doing Kadarius Toney a lot of favors. Oh, listen, Kadarius Toney is better than a 46-year-old dude on YouTube. You're supposed to be compared to your peers, not a dude that's old enough to be your dad. But I can tell you this. If I had the talent to play in the NFL, I'd play more games than he did. King John, thank you, my friend. I really appreciate it. He says, I don't care what we get for Toney, just trade him. He's easier to trade than Galladay. I think that we will. I think he'll be gone next year. I think we're going to hang on to him this year, King Job, but I do believe he'll be gone next year. I do. Thank you, Big Moo. I appreciate that. Zanny, what's going on? Listen. I say this. I can't pick the Giants. I don't think the Giants are going to win this game, if I'm being completely honest. But I don't think the Packers cover the 7.5, and it would not surprise me at all if the Giants won. Would not surprise me if they found a way to win the game. Yeah, Michael. I mean, listen, I don't know why Galladay didn't make the trip. Kadarius Toney is hurt. I don't know what the deal with Galladay. I don't know the deal with either one of them. You know, if your actual supporter sounded like you and made the bad one sound, I don't know what the bad one sound is. I don't know what that is. I'll trade you Hicks and Donaldson for Toney. That might be a fair deal. Jux, my friend, thank you for the super chat, brother. Only get one the next 10 years, Giants or Knicks chip. It'd have to be the Knicks. I've never seen the Knicks win a title. I've seen the Giants win 4. I've never seen the Knicks win. The last time the Knicks won a title, I wasn't even born, and I'm almost 50. That's not good. The last time they won was 50 years ago, actually. It'd be 50 years ago this year. The last time they won was 72, 73. It's been 50 years. They got close a couple times, but heartbreaking in 94. Nevada is horrible. They're bad. It's a bad team. Certainly not the way it was when Kaepernick played in Nevada. They were pretty damn good. Ayub, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate this. KT is overshadowing my dislike for DJ. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, Ayub. At least Daniel Jones tries. At least he tries. Kadarius Toney don't even try. I do remember when Nebraska used to be relevant, Bodo. Back in the Tom Osborne days, Tommy Frazier, Lawrence Phillips, right? Lawrence Phillips was on the Nebraska. I remember Dominic and Sue. I mean, that was after the Tom Osborne days when they were the best team in the 90s. When they played in the Big Eight and they were winning championships. I think they won 3 in a row where they were close. Danny does have the dog in him. He definitely does. I remember Mel B. Absolutely. Absolutely. Is that what happened to him, Baller? He's hurt because he did not look like himself, man. That guy was giving up lasers all over the park tonight. That is not like him at all. To be giving up home run after home run after home run. Oh God, yeah, Michael. Yes. Without a doubt. The Nebraska OU game was I think back then it was bigger than Texas OU. I wasn't an Oklahoma fan though back when the Nebraska OU thing meant something. I didn't become a Sooner fan until 2005. Hey, max coverage. It's all good, brother. I want a good game. I think it's going to be a good game. I hope you guys and girls will tune in for it. It'll be on this channel, 9 o'clock in the morning. I know that's early, but it's Giants football, baby. We get the game over with. You can go take a nap if you're tired. You have the rest of the day to do whatever you'd like. I'm going to go to the gym and do arms. That's what I got to do. It's ridiculous. I got to do that. You don't know how bad I just want to sit down after the Giants game and take a nap and do nothing, but I have to go work out. Because I have it's not even an addiction with the gym anymore. It's a disease now. Bodo, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. You're the man. He says, I'm lucky for being 163 and a half years old. I've seen the Dodgers, Steelers, the Penguins win championships. Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky that I'm, 140 years old because I've seen the Giants, Yankees, and Rangers win titles. It's not the Knicks. Not yet. Gotham City Eagle says Giants are going to beat discount double bitches ass. I hope you're right, Gotham City. That'd be amazing. Boy, that'd be amazing. Brian says like and subscribe. It's great advice. They're free. Easy to do. Kodiak pancake time indeed. Kodiak pancake. I won't eat syrup. I can just fold them up and eat them. It probably will be that or yogurt, and then I'll eat after the fact. But I'm gonna have to eat something, or depending on how early I get. If I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is probably what I'm gonna do, I'll just make. It doesn't take long to make those eggs. It takes 5 minutes, 8 minutes. I'll probably do that. I'm gonna eat a big breakfast anyway because I'm gonna do the game. Then I'm gonna make my post game video. Then I'm gonna go up to Then I'll go to the gym. Then I got the Lakers at night, so it'll be a long Sunday. Be a busy Sunday. Luckily, I have Monday off, which is good. Matthew, how can I be the GOAT when you're the GOAT? Who's out here? Bodo, have a great night, man. And again, thank you so much for the generosity, man. You're the man. I really appreciate it. Have a great night. Hopefully we see you on Sunday morning for some Giants Packers. But thank you, Bodo. I should say Goto, because he is the GOAT. But appreciate it, man. Enjoy the rest of your evening, my friend. Jux, thank you for the super chat. Says it's sad New York City Metro doesn't have one premier college football team. No, they don't, which is why I ended up being a Sooner fan. I've always hated Syracuse, Rutgers, whatever. That's not a Power 5. That's not a program. I didn't get Rutgers football up here. I get Oklahoma every week. So, I don't know. Sky's going to try some Knicks ice cream. There you go, baby. The Knicks ice cream. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Oh, nice Giants fan. I mean, I hope we just win. But if we blew them out, that'd be the best thing ever. I mean, the greatest thing I've ever, well, not the greatest thing I've ever seen, but be the greatest thing I've seen in years for the Giants. Listen, Gotham City, Hurts looks a lot better. There's no denying it. He looks way better than he did last year. The Eagles are a good freaking team. I hate the Eagles. I can't stand them. But one thing I've always prided myself on this channel, even in my TTC days, as much shit as I talk, and I do, I like to talk shit. It's part of sports. It's part of sports is to talk crap about your foes, your division rivals. It's part of it. But I've always prided myself on being as unbiased as I possibly can and giving credit where it's due. Now, I say the Eagles are one of the best teams of football, if not the best team of football through the first month of the season. And I get guys going, oh, the Eagles are a great team. They played a weak schedule. Well, who the hell have we played? Who has played a tough schedule at this point? Who's played a tough schedule? And as I've said, the NFC East, outside of 3 games, plays the same exact schedule. We play 14 of the same teams, man. Except for we can't play ourselves, obviously. But, you know, I don't know. I don't know. That's right, Brian. No one gave us a chance against Seattle. You never know. And as I mentioned, our strength is their weakness. We run the ball well. They don't stop the run. They don't. So we have to run the ball. That's the best thing we can do is run the ball. It's effective. That's the way we score points. That's the way we move the ball. Keep Aaron Rodgers off the field. Keep him off the field. You know, that's what it is. Charles Burger, I hate him too. I hate the Eagles. I hate the Cowboys. I can't wait. I do. Again, I have to look at the schedule. I got to go look at the tape. I have to look at the schedule. But next Sunday night, if the Yankees aren't playing, I think I'm going to do because the Lakers don't start till the Tuesday after that. I'm pretty sure they start the 19th or the 18th, whatever it is. And I believe the Cowboys and Eagles play with the 16th, right? Sunday Night Football. I think I'm going to stream that because that'll be fun. I always love when the Cowboys and Eagles play each other because I hate them both. I hate them both. So either way, they do sell Nick's ice cream at ShopRite, Matthew. Yes, they do. They got last time I don't go to ShopRite often because it's farther away than Hannaford and Price Chop or Market 32, whatever the hell it's called. It's farther away. It's a hike for me. But when I went to ShopRite because I got my kid's haircut around there, and I went to ShopRite because I thought they had butter pecan. They didn't, but they had the campfire s'mores there, which is amazing. They don't have campfire s'mores at Hannaford or Price Chopper. But yeah, they do have Nick's ice cream there. But as I was saying, man, the Eagles and Cowboys, it's fun for me because I hate them both. So one of them has to lose, and they beat the hell out of each other. And I love NFC East games, no matter how much I hate the teams. I love when the NFC East plays one another. It's been since I was a kid, since the CBS Madden and Summerall days. The big CBS 4:00 game was always an NFC East battle, always. So it's embedded in me. I hate the teams in this division with a passion, but at the same time, I love our division. I love the rivalries. The NFC East is the most historical division in football. So the rivalries are the best, in my opinion. We've all won a Super Bowl. We've accounted for 13 of the Super Bowls in the history of the league, by far the most of any division. And yeah, I enjoy those games. So I think it'll be fun. And it'll be a good test for Philadelphia, honestly. It'll be a good test for Dallas. Well, Dallas is going to get a test. I think Dallas plays the Rams this week, right? Is LA Lou in here? I thought I saw my guy, LA Lou. I thought I saw LA Lou. But do the Rams play the Cowboys? I thought they played the Cowboys. Leonard Williams is supposed to play, Brian. He's supposed to play. So so Chris told me that DeGrom's not even pitching game 2. DeGrom's pitching game 3, I thought. It's hard to say that he was a good pick at number 2 because this is the way it is. He wasn't a bad pick at number 2. He was the wrong pick at number 2 because we weren't set up for him to be the number 2 pick. You know what I mean? If we had a really good offensive line at that time and a quarterback in their prime, Eli was obviously at the end of his career. If we were set up for him at number 2, he would have been the right pick. Again, I don't think it was a bad pick. I just think it was the wrong pick for us. I don't think we were ready. I just don't think that was the right position. Not that Barkley wasn't the right player, but we had too many other things. And I think the running back's a luxury position. And we didn't have the luxury to take him. But I'll always say that was John Mara that said, we have to win for Eli now. Go take the best player in the draft. And it was Saquon. And I wanted to draft Saquon. I wanted to draft Saquon Barkley. I did not want Sam Darnold. I was afraid they were going to take Sam Darnold. I did not want that guy. I've got a lot of crap wrong over my years on YouTube, but that is one that I got absolutely right when I said from day one, Sam Darnold stinks. And he does. He does. Oh, DeGrom is pitching tomorrow. Okay, I thought that might be how they did it. LA loses, and we get our whole line. I'm pulling for the Rams, man. I'm pulling for the Rams. Damn right, informal deviant. Let's go. I'm glad we took Saquon over him too. I agree, Michael. I think that was Mara's pick. Nice Giants, man. We're not in a position to trade. For wide receivers, depending on what we'd have to give up. I don't know who's out there, who's available, who's willing to trade what, but I'm not looking to give up a lot of draft capital to get a wide receiver in here. We can't afford it. We don't have a lot of cap space either, but I wouldn't be above it depending on the price and depending on where we are. My man, Dire Giants fan, you the man. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know why it's not up here yet. There it goes. He says, wishing the Rams luck. TCB, baby. Taking care of business. And one of my favorites is hashtag WBC, winning builds culture. Winning builds culture. Benjamin, my friend. Good to see you, brother. I hope everything is going well for you. Glad to see that you popped in. We miss you, buddy. Hope everything is going well for you, and I hope that your Rams beat the ever-loving piss out of the Cowboys on Sunday. If you guys play Sunday, I don't know if it's Sunday or Monday night. I don't know when you guys play. Sounds like it could be a Monday night game, but I am definitely looking. I'm looking forward to that for sure. It's gonna be awesome. WBC, baby, winning builds culture. It's fact. You can talk about the players, you can talk about the coaches, you can talk about whatever you want. Oh, he's not a good culture guy. He's not good for the culture. Winning builds culture. No matter what your players are. You have the worst human beings in the. You telling me that Kansas City had a lot of good people on that team? Was Tyreek Hill? Is he the best person out there? No. Did that hurt the culture of them winning a Super Bowl? No. Winning builds culture. Players don't build it. Winning builds it. Players are happier. Players want to work harder. When players get confidence, confidence goes a long way. When you're a confident player and you know your coach believes in you and you start winning games and you sit there and go, we can do this. We've been here before. We know how to win. Whereas before, the Giants would find ways to lose games, and then that would happen, and the players go, oh, here we go again. Now you see the Giants are able to show some resolve, come back and win games, and they get behind against Green Bay, and they're down 23-20 or something like that at the end of the game, or they're down 20-19. In the back of their head, they're going, we can do this. We did it against Tennessee. We did it against Carolina. We got this. We can win this game. We've been here before. We know how to win. It goes a long way. Winning builds culture. Always. It builds culture. We could trade KG for DK straight up. That'd be fair to me. I don't know about Seattle, how they would feel about it, but that's fair to me. I'll take DK Metcalf for Kenny Golladay. Karen Frogers, I hope I hope we do too, man. I hope we do too, Benjamin. I hope we just wreck those guys. I just want to win. Like I said, a win would go such a long way for the Giants. It'd be such a more like the more what I put on Twitter. I tweeted that. I was actually active on Twitter. I'm not usually that active on Twitter. I was very active on there today. I can't imagine how big of a morale boost it would be for the Giants and their fans to fly with it. The morale for the Giants to beat Green Bay, like the fans that really still don't believe in this team or still think, oh, we should tank, we should lose, we're not good, we can't sustain this. I think beating a team like Green Bay would turn some of these guys around and go, hey, maybe there is something here. Maybe we are moving in the right direction. You know, that's something that I think it would help the fan base out a lot. I maybe not so much a team. I think a team would love to fly home with a win. But I think they believe in themselves. I think they believe they can win. And I don't know the fan base, but I don't believe they can. I believe they can win. I wouldn't pick them, but there's a lot of fans that are Giants fans that don't believe they can win and think that they still suck and think that they're a terrible 3-1 team and the worst 3-1 team in the history of football and all this other crap. But if they beat the Packers, things change. And maybe the media starts giving us a little respect. You know? Big Moo, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. He says, when you hear the interviews with the players, WBC. That's right. You can just tell. You can tell. It's just a different, feels different. Somebody mentioned the preseason. It feels different. No, Kadarius Toney's never, Brian, Kadarius Toney's never said anything to me. Personally. I really didn't say anything till today about him. And I didn't add him, so he don't follow me. I don't follow him. I didn't even know what his Twitter name was. So he don't know that I'm saying that. But like I said, man, he misses the game on next week against Baltimore. I'll have something for him. I'll add him. I'll make sure he sees it. I'll definitely make sure that he sees it. Who knew Kevin Benjamin could? Who knew that Richie James is our number one receiver? You know, Danny Santa Dime says, for a gift, I will deliver as many dimes as I can this Sunday. Let's go, Danny. Let's go, baby. I would love Daniel Jones to have a big game too. You know, like I said, he's winning me over for sure with his grit and toughness, resolve. But he hasn't put up big passing numbers, and everybody wants to wreck him for that. You know, saying, oh, he's 7 for 11 for 81 yards. That's terrible. He threw 11 passes. The hell do you want from the guy? He also ran for 2 touchdowns. Don't you want to win? He's doing everything he can to help the team win. He scored 2 touchdowns. But I would love Daniel Jones to put up monumental numbers in this game against Green Bay, but it wouldn't make any sense. That's not how we're going to win. It's not how we're going to win. And Chris got it. Chris nailed it last night when he said these guys that just hate on Daniel Jones, it does not matter what he does. Because when he's not winning, like, oh, look at his record. His record sucks. It's terrible. He can't win a game. Then he starts winning games. They're like, oh, look at his stats. They're terrible. You know, this ain't sustainable. He's a crappy-ass quarterback, man. He threw for 81 yards. Like, I told you, some people's needle don't move. They're just dead set on their opinion, and no matter what a player does or says or anything, their needle will not move. My needle is always moving. Because as I said in the Daniel Jones video, it is the pulse of sports. Needles will move all year. A team that starts off 4-0 could look like the best team in football. And you're talking about them being in the top 3 in power rankings. Oh, whatever. The best team in the league, 3rd best team in the league. And then they have a major injury to one of their best players. And then all of a sudden they lose 7 out of their next 8 and they're 5-8. Well, you're not talking about the 5-8 team the way you talked about them when they were 4-0. It's not that you're sitting there going, you're a flip-flopper. No, that's just what happens in sports. It's just what happens. Die-hard Giants fan, thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. You're the man. He says, we beat the Packers. I might toy with giving 2, I don't know what RVNS is, 2, somebody help me out. I'm old. I don't know the acronyms. 2 I don't know what that is. Somebody help me out. Somebody help the old guy out. Oh, good toying to go to the Ravens game. I got you. Took me a while. It's late. It's been a long week. My toy with going to the Ravens game. That's what he was saying. Gotcha. Don't mind me. Don't get old. I definitely got to talk about brother-in-law. I want to try to get to the Texans game. Chris is going to the game. I want to freaking go. I want to go to a game. I want to hang out with some of you guys. I definitely want to do that. I want to hang out with my guy, Dire Giants fan again and have more time to hang out with him because he knows the traffic now. He can get there and tailgate. First day he got stuck in traffic and couldn't make it. But I want to hang with some of you guys. I want to have a couple of beers. I want to watch the Giants whoop some ass. I want to do that. I had such a good time the last time I was down there. I gotta get to a freaking game. Gotta happen. It's gotta happen. Agni, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. He says, Baddog, I love how you're a realist and your fan bias doesn't cloud your judgment. Some fans way too optimistic, like YouTuber at Giraffe Neck Mark, particularly the Mets win the World Series every year. Agni, I appreciate it, man. I try, like I said, there's definitely days that times I'm going to be biased. I'm a Giants fan. I love my teams. I want the best for my teams. And yeah, I'm going to talk some smack about other teams. It's just sports. But like I said, I try to be as honest as I can. It does piss some Giants fans off that I give Philadelphia credit. What do you want me to say? Oh, they suck. They don't suck, though. They don't suck. I picked them to win the division this year. They don't suck. I hate them. But I picked them to win 11 or 12 games, man. I knew that was a good team. Super Bowl winning team, yet to be determined. But they're damn good right now. And anybody that is being honest with themselves or watching the games, whether you hate to admit it or not, it's a good team. The thing is, I'm still not sold on the Cowboys. I know Cowboy fans may not like to hear that. I'm not really sold on them. The Eagles game, to me, that'll tell me a lot about both teams. That'll tell me a lot. Cowboys have a really good front seven. So it'll be interesting to see how much pressure they can get on Jalen Hurts. And if they can make Hurts hurry, there's a chance they can turn him over. If they don't get to Jalen Hurts, or Jalen Hurts can use his legs and he has time to throw, I feel like he can pick Dallas apart. So in the Eagles' front seven is not bad either. I mean, would they sack Wentz 8, 9 times? So to me, it's early still, but that's a really good measuring stick of two good teams. The Eagles are really good. The Cowboys are good, but I think Cowboy fans think they're better than they actually are, which I think that's just being a fan. So like I said, that's why I want to stream that game. I just think that's a really key game early on in the season to kind of to see who the best team in the NFC East is, which I figured both of those two teams are going to be the best two teams. But that's going to be a good one. Like, I'm looking forward to that one. I'm looking forward to that game. That'll be fun. I want to stream that because I just think that'll be I think it'll be fun to watch. I'm not going to do like Mark Holmes does. I'm not going to sit there and rip, Philly 500 stream off and stream his reactions. Once in a while, I go there for like a second, but I'm not going to play the whole thing. Philly 500 meltdown cam. No, I'm not going to have the Mark Holmes meltdown cam. I don't care what they're doing. I'll check in on them just to see how they react to stuff. Like if something happens, I'll check in because I think it's funny. Just like whenever something bad happens at a Giants, you'll notice that our chat goes up a lot because people want to see how the hell you react. And at the same time, if something good happens to the Giants, a lot of times you'll see people come in there because they want to see how you react. Thank you, Big Moo. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Brian. Yeah, I mean, again, it depends on what the Yankees are doing, but I really do want to stream the Cowboys because I just think it'll be a really good game. It'll be a fun game to watch. It always is. And people are always like, who are you rooting for to win? I'm like, I'm not rooting for either one of them to win. I'm rooting for one of them to lose. The unfortunate thing is one of them has to win. And I don't want a tie. Ties suck. I don't want that. I wouldn't want the Eagles and Cowboys to play to a tie. I wouldn't like that either. The knock on George Pickens was that he was kind of a head case. That was the big thing with Pickens. He got suspended for part of a year. He's a little bit of a head case, but an incredible talent. Dr. Shit Talker, I agree. Listen, I'm doing the game with Pete on Tuesday, and Pete mentioned it in his stream. If Garrett Cole sucks, Pete and I are going to just destroy that dude. Destroy him. And you can definitely expect a Yankee video on that if that happens. I didn't even know there was a guy out there. I was like, what the hell is he just throwing to? I forgot Drevnik Mark is a Mets fan. Guys do that though too. They're like, oh, we're gonna win the Super Bowl every year. The Texans game, Brian, is November 13th. It's November 13th. Like I said, I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to a game till I actually have the tickets because this has happened to me twice where I had every intention of going and something happened. Last year, I had to buy a new computer. It cost me $1,400. So that was the money I was going to spend to go to the Giants game. It's not cheap. I spend the night. I get a hotel. You got to drive down there. It's a good 180 miles from me. So I got to fill up the car, pay the tolls, got to eat, pay the tickets, pay the parking pass, $14 a beer in a stadium. Not that I'm going to drink beer in a stadium, but it's expensive. It's worth it, but I don't have the money to be like, $1,500 on the computer, $1,500 on the Giants tickets, whatever. Just grows on trees. I'm not Kadarius Toney. I'm broke, so I can't do that. Maybe Kadarius Toney should just give me his tickets. He doesn't go to the games. It is what it is. But listen, guys, girls, it is after midnight. I am going to go finish this stream off. I'm going to get some sleep. I got to get up, go to the gym, going to Fright Fest tomorrow with my little guy up at Great Escape, which he likes the scary stuff. So that'll be awesome. Appreciate you guys, girls, hanging out. I do want to do some kind of video tomorrow. I don't know what, but I'm going to try to put out a video of something tomorrow. And, Sunday morning, guys and girls, remember, set your alarm, get up early, hang out with Chris and the dog. We'll be live on this channel at 9 a.m., ready to watch the Cheeseheads and the G-Men do battle on the pitch in London. So hopefully we get a W. That would be amazing. Hope to see you there. And until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Saturday, and we'll see you next time. It's the Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I'm gone.